everyone, it's Marissa. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make edible chocolate chip cookie dough. So first you're going to be using all-purpose flour, and I doubled everything just to make a bigger batch for people. So I actually used 2 cups of flour and also just put that aside separately. And then to make the wet mixture, I just put in some brown sugar and normal sugar, and I put that into a smaller bowl. Then I added some teaspoons of salt, and I just added that in with the brown sugar and white sugar as well, and also some pure vanilla extract. And this recipe does require quite a bit of butter, so I did add in, I want to say around 1 to 2 cups of butter, and I actually just put that in the microwave and melted it a little bit more, and then I mixed it in with the sugars. And what I actually did is, if you don't have like a whisk or anything, I would recommend using a fork, just that way you can get a really fluffy texture, which I did off camera, and you can just really see that the consistency is a lot more nicer and smoother. Also, if you are recreating this at home, I would recommend for you not to use light brown sugar, because that's actually all that I had available for me at the store, and it did change the flavor a little bit. It wasn't as sweet. It kind of just tasted a little bit more plain. So if you do recreate this, use normal brown sugar and not light brown sugar. Then after just whisking everything together, this is when I'm going to be adding the flour mixture. And the recipe actually does require a little bit too much flour every time, so I do add milk to this, and it doesn't actually require milk, but I just like doing this because the consistency and the flavor is a little bit better afterwards. So after I'm done mixing everything together, I'm actually going to be adding in almond milk. I would recommend using whole milk if you want a more creamier flavor, but if you're lactose intolerant or anything, you can definitely use this option as well. And then I'm just adding in a little bit at a time until I'm pretty satisfied with the overall consistency. It is going to be a little bit wet, so if you want to and you're having a hard time rolling them out into balls, you can put in some flour afterwards, which I am going to be doing after adding the chocolate chips. And the chocolate chips that I'm going to be adding is dark chocolate chips, milk chocolate, and also some white chocolate chips. You don't need to add as many as I do, but I just really like to have a lot of different variety and flavor to it. And then if you want to get fancy and just make it a little bit more colorful, I also added some melted dark chocolate chips, and I added it to the mixture after making some normal rolled out chocolate chip balls, and I kind of just put in the dark chocolate consistency and mixed it in with whatever I had left over, and I made some extra cookie dough balls with that, and they taste the exact same, a little bit sweeter but not by much, and I just think it just adds a little bit more variety to what you're looking at. Now, since there is a little bit of dairy in here, you do have to refrigerate these always. So if you want to, they taste better when they're cold anyways. Right now they're kind of warm, so you can put them in the freezer for a few hours, or you can leave them in the fridge for a day before eating them. I put mine in the freezer, and I actually kind of left them overnight, so I left them in there for too long, so it was kind of hard to take them off the plates. But then once I did do that, I used a fork to take them out, and I put them in the jars for the people I was going to give it to. And then that is basically the completed tutorial on how to make these. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!